begin. Before kings rose and empires fell, one soul walked the long road of time. Each age remembered him differently: scholar, soldier, heretic, saint. But through every life, one presence followed: the veiled woman of light. This is the Eternal Soul Chronicle, stories of remembrance across the centuries. Florence, 1478. The air smells of lime and wet stone as Matteo follows his father through the twisting lanes near the Arno. Bells toll above the rooftops. His small hand clutches a roll of sketches: saints with sorrowful eyes, angels without wings. The painter's workshop is a cathedral of dust and color. Ground minerals shimmer like treasure: cinnabar, lapis, ochre. Brushes rest in jars like soldiers at attention. Matteo feels as if he has stepped into the heart of creation itself. The master, Signor Bellini, studies the boy's drawings in silence. The old man's eyes, clouded with years of pigment, narrow at the strange faces Matteo has drawn. "You may learn," he says finally, "but you must forget what you think you already know." Matteo bows. He does not know what he knows, only that it burns inside him, waiting to be remembered. Days blend into color and dust. Matteo grinds stones, mixes oils, stretches canvas until his hands blister. The rhythm of the work is prayer and punishment at once. Bellini demands precision, every face divine, every hand correct. Yet Matteo's brush wanders. His saints weep, his angels mourn. When he paints the Virgin, her eyes seem to know the weight of time. The master slaps his hand. "You paint as though she doubts," he warns. "God's mother has no doubt." That night, Matteo dreams the Madonna stepping from her frame, tears falling into his palms. "You must remember," she whispers, "not their God, the true one." Among Bellini's apprentices is Luca, quick-tongued, kind-eyed, always humming hymns as he paints. He becomes Matteo's only friend. They sneak into the cathedral at night to watch the moonlight climb the frescoed walls. Luca believes the angels truly guard the city. Matteo wonders if they're waiting for something. One night, Luca confesses, "I paint to be remembered." Matteo replies, "I paint to remember." They laugh, but the echo lingers. Months later, Luca vanishes, called to serve the army of a northern duke. Matteo never sees him again. The studio feels colder, emptier, as though part of his innocence has marched away with his friend. By 12, Matteo sees Florence with new eyes. A city painted in gold and lies. Merchants kneel before altars with one hand and count coins with the other. He sketches faces in the market: the butcher's daughter, the crippled beggar, a nobleman's sneer. Each holds some shard of divinity and deceit. One afternoon, on the Ponte Vecchio, a passing carriage slows. Behind its lace curtain, a woman's gaze meets his. Calm, ancient, familiar. In that single breath, the street falls silent. He knows her, though he cannot name her. Her name is Isabella dei Conti, scholar, widow, rumored heretic. Her villa sits high above Florence, a sanctuary of books and silence. When Matteo is summoned, he trembles. The walls are lined with scrolls and globes. Faint stars are etched into the ceiling. She studies his sketches, the ones Bellini called dangerous. You paint remembrance, she says softly. Do you know what you remember? Only light, Matteo answers. Then learn its shadow, she replies. From that day, she becomes his unseen teacher. Under her quiet patronage, his art deepens. Not imitation, but revelation. Matteo paints in secret beneath the stairs. His fresco shows no saints, only a luminous woman cloaked in stars, a serpent circling her feet. Her eyes look straight into his soul. Bellini discovers it. You mock the church, he cries. This is heresy. Matteo does not flinch. It is truth. The brush becomes prayer, each stroke burning with memory. In his heart, he hears Isabella's voice. Creation is remembrance, Matteo. Paint what you are. Word spreads like disease. Bellini's apprentices whisper. Priests take notice. Matteo's father visits, eyes heavy with fear. They say your art sees too much, his father murmurs. Promise me, stop before they take you. That night, rain lashes the city. Isabella arrives cloaked in black. From her sleeve, she draws a small silver medallion engraved with serpent and sun. When they ask what you see, she says, tell them you see only the light. The Pazzi conspiracy erupts like a storm. Bells cry from the cathedral as blades flash in the Duomo's holy air. Lorenzo survives, but Florence trembles. Matteo watches from a rooftop as soldiers drag bodies through the square. The city he once loved now reeks of smoke and sanctity twisted into rage. So this is divine order, he whispers. Heaven wearing the mask of men. He sketches the chaos, not to glorify, but to remember. For the first time, his art feels less like creation and more like witness. Weeks later, Isabella brings Matteo a hidden text, said to predate the Gospels. It speaks of the soul as an eternal traveler, reborn through sorrow until it remembers its origin. He reads until dawn. Each line feels like memory rediscovered. The divine is not above, but within. Creation is God remembering itself. Tears stain the parchment. He feels the serpent and the stars stirring within him. The symbols from his dreams, now alive in words. The year darkens with unrest. The church tightens its fist. Bellini's studio is closed. Isabella's library seized. Matteo flees across rooftops, carrying only his brushes and the silver medallion. When he returns weeks later, his secret fresco is gone, whitewashed into silence. Yet beneath the plaster, he feels the colors still breathing. That night, the woman crowned with stars appears once more. You have remembered enough for this life, she says. When dawn comes, he is no longer a child. The light of Florence falls across his face, pale, steady, eternal. The apprentice of shadows becomes its keeper. Begin. Another life fades, yet the current of the soul flows on. Across oceans, across centuries, memory waits beneath the veil. Follow its journey through time. The Eternal Soul Chronicle. Begin. The eternal soul is noted in many histories and sacred writings across the ages. One instance is the philosopher's wheel, eternal return. Some say all things repeat exactly, world after world, until every choice is perfected. If so, each life is a note in one endless song. Tonight the melody belongs to Florence, but the echo will sound again. Begin. Each soul carries its own story through time.
If this chapter touched something in yours, share a thought below. Your reflections help this chronicle continue its journey. Subscribe and walk with us as the next life unfolds.